Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are ranking every Sims 3 expansion pack. We're only doing the expansion packs because The Sims 3 has a hell of a lot of stuff packs and I don't want to do that today. There's also not a whole lot of content that I like in all of the stuff packs, and I don't have all of the stuff packs and I don't really care for them. This is not in release order. Someone else made this tier list. I didn't make it. It looks like it's in alphabetical order, but let's get started here. We have Ambitions. I think it was either this one or World Adventures. One of them was like the first ever expansion pack released for The Sims 3. I want to say it was World Adventures and then this came shortly after it, or vice versa. They're introduced live careers here and live additions to careers that already existed, like hybrid sort of. Like for the medical career, you can like go to the hospital rabbit hole for work, but also you'll have to do like a vaccine clinic at the park. I think that's really cool. I never played in Twinbrook, but I think that the concept of the live careers is really neat. So for that, S tier. Next, we have Generations. I love this. S tier. This is what the Sims 4 parenthood get-together should have been, whatever. There were so many different things to do in this. You could send your Sims to boarding school. Teens had prom. You could teach your teens how to drive, which is like a really small detail, but I'm pretty sure it was only in this pack. Elders had support canes that they could walk with. I think it also included bachelor and bachelorette parties as well. I remember loving Generations. It also came with like the treehouse. Into the Future, a lot of people hate this, but I really like it. I wouldn't say it's S tier. I think I'm going to put it in A tier. I like the sub-world that you could go to and how it changes depending on what you do in the present. I think that's really neat. I love the addition of all of the advanced technology that they use. I think that it's really cool. I understand why a lot of people don't like the aesthetic. I don't like the clothes, but I think like the furniture is neat. Island Paradise. I loved this. My computer did not love this. This world ran terribly. Everybody had issues with it. It also gave you a lot of errors if you used the NRAS error trap, which I did, but we got houseboats and the lifeguard career, which I never played, and resorts, which I did play with, and that was cool. Other than the world, I was gonna say S tier, but I think I have to take points off for the world. A tier. Late Night was fine. I don't really remember playing with a lot of stuff from this pack. I didn't play in the world hardly at all. I didn't like apartments as much as in The Sims 2. I never built an apartment because I just found it so incredibly confusing. So I think I'm just gonna have to put it in like C tier. Like it was okay. It didn't really add any monumental stuff unless you were playing in that particular world. Pets, S tier. We all love pets. And it added horses, which is really cool, as well as like wild deer and stuff that you could like find out in the world and watch. And unicorns too. The unicorns were really neat. I never saw one in my game, but I've seen them in like other people's games. I always had problems with the world that came with pets. I don't know why. A lot of the times when I would save my game, I would get like an error while saving, but it was only in the world that came with pets, and that was disappointing. Seasons, I really love seasons, honestly. I love that there was a seasonal festival every season. There were actual holidays. There was no calendar like in The Sims 4, but there were holidays that your Sims would celebrate every season, and it did add a lot of stuff that you could do similar to The Sims 2, but it like really expanded on it. Showtime, I didn't really like it. I didn't like the world. It's gonna go in C tier. I didn't really play with any of the careers. I just wasn't interested in being a celebrity in The Sims 3, but I liked the items that it came with. I think I played in the world once. I talked about this in my ranking every occult video. I made a vampire and I think she had a cat. I know for a fact that she lived in the Showtime world, but that's it. Supernatural, the fact that you could play it with or without Late Night is great because it did expand on vampires from Late Night, but if you didn't have Late Night, it was fine because like there were still vampires in this game, I'm pretty sure. I had both, so I don't know. But I loved the world for Supernatural. I would always play with witches. I know I'm a basic bitch, but I really enjoyed it. It was fun. And I liked the cross-pack compatibility as well because like if you had a witch and you had a cat, you would get like a magic buff for having like a familiar around in your household, like near you or whatever, and it would make your magic deplete less. University, I did not like the university pack. Honestly, it's gonna go into C tier. I loved The Sims 2 University. I don't like The Sims 3 at all. They really hit it on the head when they made the actual university. They did say at the time of release that they were taking inspiration from New England universities and stuff in the Northeast. I grew up in Massachusetts. 100% Sims University or whatever in The Sims 3 reminds me so much of the old Gothic architecture that we have here for some of the colleges and universities. However, I didn't didn't like the gameplay. I hated the dorm buildings. I never went into a fraternity or a sorority because I just found it uninteresting. It just wasn't that fun, and it was always buggy when it was time for graduation. The campus was always really difficult to maneuver around, and that's just a fault of The Sims 3 being open world. Finally, World Adventures. I really liked this one a lot. I really only visited France. I did go to China and Egypt, I think like once each time, but like the main world that I played in is France, and I loved it. I struggled with some of the tombs that you could do, but that's really a me issue, and I really liked the furniture and all the little like added details that they had, in addition to being able to get a vacation home. So honestly, I think we're gonna put it, while I love it, I don't know if I'm gonna go in S tier. It's gonna go in A tier. That is my ranking of the Sims 3 expansion packs. We didn't do stuff packs because, like I said, I just don't really care for them. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, what your favorite expansion pack is. Like I said, I'll leave the blank one so you guys can fill it out. But thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave any comments, feedback, and suggestions down below, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!